Math 140, week number 8, our second video on the central limit theorem, part 2. Before we get into it, I want to apologize. Homework numbers from week 7, there was one problem, 5B. I didn't have a video posted. Sorry about that. We'll get to that next, probably week number 9. Anyways, video 2, we already saw number 1 about the central limit theorem. You're taking z-scores and x's to z-scores and doing all that sort of thing. Number 2 is similar, although it doesn't seem so right away. The first thing I got to see is, wait a minute. If you get to acrobatic, they have a problem in here. I think this is page number 99. And you might notice a similarity. Part A is asking about a probability, sounds like before, but it's now instead of saying means and standard deviation, it's saying probability, but it's saying proportion. Okay, so it's sort of like video 1, but some of the words are different. But I am looking for a comparison. For this little bit of acrobatic, they say probability, proportion. Okay, so the example here is really outlining what you're going to do. This is one of those, called lazy teacher. I'm not going to outline the process for you, but I'm going to tell you right where to find it. And in particular, you'll see what they do down here. They say, okay, standardize. This is the z-score formula. And then they get the z-score, and you know how to, from here you know how to do it. You go to the chart, and you look at the bell curve, and then you get a probability. So this is really 21% is what the acrobatic example is telling you. Now right here, the z-score formula, you might say, well, wait a minute, what's going on here? The z-score formula here, you need a standard deviation, but this doesn't say anything about standard deviation. Well, guess what? Right here, part A, they give you a formula for standard deviation. It's a little different in an example like this. To part A, I'm not going to solve it, but I'm going to let you know that you can find an example here on page 99 in acrobatic where they are going and they're solving standard deviations and they're doing z-scores for a problem just like this. Page 99, you'll figure it out from there. Okay, problem number 3, they're talking about approximately normal. Whoa, this is kind of weird. Once again, I'm not going to solve it, but I'm going to direct you to acrobatic. They have a nice little chart right here, and they're talking about normal stuff over here. So, all right, part A, there's this p-value. Well, p is a proportion, and proportions are next to this rule here. He's sort of like chasing a lot of information. I'm just helping you understand where to chase it from. So the p tells me I'm here, tells me I'm normal if this is going on. So n times p, right? If you get to 2 letters, that means multiply. N times p has to be bigger than 10. I'll let you do it. N times 1 minus p has to be bigger than 10. I'll let you solve it. And then that'll tell you yes or no. Okay, so you can solve number A. Part D, they don't have a p-value, but they tell you about an average. Well, an average is this little symbol, is a mean, is the average. Okay, so that means it. So this reference is giving me another question. No, I want an answer. I want a formula. I want something. Once again, I could tell you the answer, but I don't want to do that in this case. What I'm going to do is I'm going to direct you to page 101 in acrobatic. 101, I think it also has this chart, but at the very bottom of page 101, they tell you when it's approximately normal. Problem A, you've got a very cut and dried rule. I'll let you do that. Problem D, you have to go to page 101, and they'll give you the rule at the bottom. And for the other ones, part B and C, I'll let you figure out which version is it. Yeah, I'm not giving you answers. I'm sort of tiptoeing around it, but you guys are bright. You'll figure it out. I'll let you go from there. Page 101. The last one in the homework, number 4. I'm not going to do this one. This is just like video number 1. How come? Because I'm talking about 28 adults. That sounds like that central limit theorem. You need to take the x's and the z-score, and then you need to use that standard deviation formula, and you'll go from there. So I'm not going to go through that. Problem number 4, you'll relate that back to video 1 for this week. Hopefully that'll get you through the week. Hopefully you've checked out the problems of the week that make your own website. I know it's a little from left field. Give it a shot. And also, I've graded through homework 7, and I acknowledge one problem I never got a video for. We'll see that one again later. Any questions? Shoot me an email.